Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2022 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Alright, so Taurus, let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So here we have the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups, when it's given as a warning, it's kind of like, stop looking at how good everybody else has it or how we think how good everybody else has it, because we don't know what's really going on in their lives. So this is going to be a time during this full moon on the 14th of June where we can really kind of overimagine what other people have and really play down or really be really hard on ourselves. Now, this comes because for these few days, for this moon and the few days before this moon, we are very swayed by our dreams and what we are desiring and what we want. And reality isn't really that much on our minds. So what we dream to be real becomes more real than what we're seeing right before our eyes. So just be aware of that. And this can really turn into, oh my gosh, look how good those people are, and look how much they're doing, and look how much they're thriving, and look how me, I'm struggling, I'm thising, I'm thating. So stop. Stop and breathe. And, Spirit's saying stop looking at everybody else. And yet, me personally, I know it's really hard. It's really hard to stop looking at everyone else. But look at you. Look at what you have. Look at what you're building. Look at your dreams and your goals. And even if things are behind schedule right now or not working out the way that they were intended, this is like a test of the Emergency Broadcast Association. It will pass. It will be over. Things will go back to normal. It really will. Okay, so let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. We are meant to shine, and we are meant to have this light come from the cosmos, the heavens, the universe, however we see it or say it or understand it, and let ourselves shine with this light, with this beauty, with this radiance. And that's going to be really important. Now, the full moon is on the 14th, again, of June. It is the strawberry full moon. I just went into my garden today and picked a whole bunch of strawberries. So strawberries are definitely ripening during this time. It is also a supermoon, so everything is amplified, and it's in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sister sign to Gemini, and we're in the Gemini time period right now. So this is a very powerful moon. Gemini is the questioner. Sagittarius is the philosopher. So these sisters either make us feel like we're at home, like we were always meant to be here, or it can make us really know that there's a bit of tension in our lives. And that starts to come to the surface. Why is there this tension? What is it that's holding me back? So be aware of this. Mercury also enters into Gemini at this time, and it makes communication and travel profoundly and greatly important to us. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, one bonus card. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. Okay. Okay, so where we are right now is hold to your vision. So it's like, don't sway, don't move off course from what you want. Though, again, during this time, we're going to really have a problem with our vision, with the way that we want to move forward, with how we're seeing ourselves. There's like a negative Nancy energy around us. So just be aware of that. Our challenge is abundance, and that makes it abundantly clear that we're having a bit of a difficulty manifesting what we want instantaneously, or when we want it. So Spirit is saying here, our challenge is, and the moon is saying, our challenge during this moon is to call forward the abundance that we want. But it's not to doubt that we have this abundance, that we live in this abundance, that this abundance is supposed to be a part of us. So in one way or another, however this manifests in your life, there's just this little setback, and it's like, what the heck is going on here? Now it moves us to what we're focusing on, and it's a personal issue reaches resolution. There's something that we're coming to the conclusion to during this time. Emotionally, it's a bit painful for us. Personally, it's like, oh, do I really have to see this? But it's something that's been in the background of our lives for a really long time. And it's made up the way that we see ourselves for a really long time. But this issue, it is reaching a resolution. Now, do we accept this easily? No, because our past is about acceptance. And I'm just seeing here, we had a bit of a problem with accepting a lot of the things that have happened, a lot of the trials, the tribulations. So our past was about learning how to accept that things are moving forward in a positive way, even when it feels like everything is just falling down around us. So as something reaches a resolution for us, there's this challenge of accepting it, because we've had to accept so much, or we've had to deal with so many different curveballs that all of a sudden acceptance, it just becomes a bit of a challenge. Now it moves us to our strength, which is confidence is your key to success. So understanding here, Taurus, that confidence, that determination, that focus, that insight, that is our key to success. That's our key to moving forward the way that we want to, the way that we need to for ourselves. And it brings us to this place of our near future, which is new beginnings. Now, this is the new moon. So as we move towards this new moon, which I don't remember exactly the date of the new moon, but as we're moving towards the new moon, we're starting to see ourselves in a new way. But we're also starting to see, even if it's not seeing ourselves in a new way, it's starting to see that the doors are opening in a way that we hadn't imagined before, that we couldn't think of. And now there's a sense of walking through that door to something bigger, something greater, something more powerful than us. It's the god of new beginnings, right? Janus is the god of new beginnings, the god that, January is named after. So here we have this portal to our new beginnings, to this power, to this insight, to this understanding. And it brings us to our suggested approach, which is have faith in your dreams, because our dreams are so important to us. Now, our dreams can obscure the reality of the situations, so we have to be aware of this. But our dreams are so important. It's like if you lose sight of your dream, if you lose sight of what you want, then you lose sight of you. And that becomes very overwhelming, very aggravating, very tiresome, very much like, why am I in the wrong place? It moves us to what we need to know, and it's discernment. We really have to say what's important to me and what isn't. And we have to be discerning. We have to be more organized and orderly with our time. And there are going to be things, especially during this new moon, not new moon, during the full moon, but from full moon to new moon, things that come forward. And it's like a reality that we wanted to create, and then it's the person that we actually are. They can be at odds with each other, which I know sounds funny at times, but it's true. It's like, okay, I have to be discerning because I only have these many hours in the day, and I have this that takes up this many hours, and I have these people who, demand this much attention. So just being very honest with ourselves about what we can let into our circle of being and what we can't. It then moves us to our hopes and our fears. And it's that our hard work will pay off. We hope that it will. We're afraid that it won't. We're afraid that all the time and all the effort and all the energy that we put into it means nothing. And that dreams can fall away as quickly as you blink your eyes. We have to stop. We're being a little bit nihilistic, a little bit fatalistic here. We have to look at what we're doing and know that our hard work is paying off. And stop sabotaging ourselves with negativity. It doesn't mean that we can be positive enough that no hardships ever come. It means that our positivity is important because we need something to keep us going. The world can be overwhelming and scary and too much at times. We need to have faith in ourselves, at least, even when nobody else does. It moves us to our future, which is focus. Which means that we have that focus. We have that insight. We have the fear that our hard work won't pay off, but we have the focus to make it happen. And there's an awakening of the third eye. There's a sense of seeing more deeply and understanding more truly and openly and honestly. So that's huge. And it brings us to our bonus card, which is the full moon in Sagittarius. The full moon is in Sagittarius. Here it says, look at the big picture. Take aim. Look at what you truly want. You're getting caught up, Taurus, right now in the minutia, in the little things. We have to keep on going. Even if the little things right now seem really, really big, the bigger picture is so much more than just a moment. You know, it's kind of like taking one thread in a piece of clothing, right? Okay, yeah, that can mess things up. But it's not devastating as if you just took a scissor and cut through the whole entire sleeve and now you don't have a sleeve anymore. So we need to stop looking at that one thread and look at the whole sleeve. Look at the whole, picture. It moves us now to going into the tarot and seeing what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay. It's so interesting because we have here a release, right? That's coming forward. And that's going to be one of the hardest things for us during this time. Yet one of the things that we need to do, we need to release control. We need to relinquish control. So where we are now, when it has hold to your vision, they're the seeds that we have planted. It's the roots that are growing. It's the prosperity that is coming. Hold to your vision. Hold to what you want. Hold to what you are seeing for yourself. It moves us then to our challenge. And remember, this is a gift. Before we move to our challenge, this is a gift from God's source spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, the Ace of Pentacles, the roots are growing deep. We might not be seeing as much, kind of like action on the top where everything's growing through, everything's, budding in, and everybody can go ooh and ah over it. The root work comes first. And then we'll see the sprout. Then we'll see the growth. So just remember here, as we're holding to our vision, we're making that firm foundation. And that's really important. It brings us then to our challenge, and this is judgment. Judgment of abundance. We can judge ourselves for being abundant. We can judge ourselves and say, it's not happening. Not for you, kid. We also need to release a lot of the judgment, a lot of the pre-ideas that we have, and let ourselves move forward, because what we're focusing on, where we are, here, is that we feel overburdened. As a personal issue reaches resolution, it's like, well, it's about time. It's like, thank goodness, it's about time. The 10 of Wands is feeling overburdened, and just as if we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. So here, with the 10 of Wands, it's like, okay, all right, I need to see where I'm headed. I need to see where I'm going. I need to also let go of trying to carry everything for everyone, trying to be everything for everyone. The issue reaches resolution. We need to find help with the burdens that we're carrying, like the oxen walking beside her. We can't do it all by ourselves. And I know that's kind of upsetting. It actually is upsetting. We kind of want to be Superwoman or Wonder Woman or Superman, but we can't do it all by ourselves. And it's kind of hard to come to the conclusion of right now. And yet, You know, we can think, well, I need then this slew of people to help me and I don't have it, which can also be something that's upsetting. It's like there's something here that's upsetting where it's like, I just want to have it all. Why is it so difficult? And it can be that we're actually expecting too much from ourselves because we have the Two of Pentacles. We've tried to balance everything and we've just forgot to balance us. And the acceptance has come when things have dropped, when things have fallen apart, where we weren't able to move forward, you know, the exact way that we wanted to. And it moves us now to our strength, which is the Nine of Cups. It's a wish coming true. It's the fact that we are lucky. You know, confidence is our key to success, and also celebrating ourselves and saying, this is what I want and need and desire, and this is where I'm going to be for me. It brings us to our near future, and that is the Seven of Pentacles. So that root system that we have at the very beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles, well, in the near future, it grows into that tree. It grows from that one pentacle into so many more. And we start to see that growth, and we start to embrace that healing. Embrace the healing, embrace the understanding, embrace the seeing of ourselves. And that becomes important. It's like, okay, what I set my time to, what I embrace, especially through the healing of the hands. Like, it could be Reiki, it could just be the healing of touch. It could be that our hands are, like in these videos, right? You guys only see my hands. So here, it's like, know what you do with your hands. Or, and it can be something like weaving or sewing or gardening or laying foundations or, you know, whittling. Like, whatever you do with your hands right now, it heals you. It's important that you do that work. It really is. It brings a new beginning. It brings us to our approach for this time. So it's like, okay, have faith in your dreams. And it's also the Hermit. See what those dreams are. See what it is that you really want. Because a lot of outside noise is coming in and taking over us. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, this is what it's supposed to be like. But what if that's not right for you? So we're letting people, it does feel like people are judging us. And we're letting people judge us. We're taking their words to heart. And yet, either we never know that person, like we'll never meet them in real life, or, you know, we would never choose to live their life. Why are we, excuse me, why are we taking their advice on how to live ours? It moves us then to what we need to know. Now, yes, we need to know discernment and to be discerning because the world is opening, because so much more is coming. This is like growing pains that is happening right now. And it's like, okay, once I get through these growing pains, I need to be discerning because there's going to be more here than I can actually handle at one time. It brings us then to our hopes and our fears. Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy, right? Temperance represents Sagittarius. Our hopes and our fears are that our hard work pays off. We hope that it does. We fear that it doesn't. And here it's balance. It's knowing that our angels are right behind us. If you can see those wings. It's knowing that there's balance here. We just need to center ourselves. We've gotten off center for one reason or another. And that focus comes back. And as that focus comes back, well, then everything starts moving forward. Everything starts, you know, moving more quickly than we can even handle. And it's like, wow, okay, that's more than I thought it was going to be. It moves us to our subconscious Luna message that begins with bring love into the situation and have patience. Because as we bring that love into the situation, we need to have patience as things unfold, as things become more, as we move forward. Because there's a real sense here of our hearts guiding the trail. And emotionally, things move differently. So if we wanted to force it and make it and bend things to our will, okay, we could. But it's kind of like... So I just watched a documentary on bonsais. It's kind of like a bonsai. They take years. And they're finicky little plants. Like you buy a bonsai and it can die really quickly. So here, it's like it can take years to sculpt. And then it can be gone in an instant. Just because they are so finicky. To bring love into the situation is to be like that bonsai master. That person who can grow those bonsais over years and decades. And they don't die on them. To force it, to make it work in the right setting, in the right way that we want to, without ever listening to the plant itself. Well, that's like we do every single day, right? So here it's taking a different approach, and it moves us to being more patient within our world. It brings us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Emperor, Aries energy. Strong masculine energy is with us. There's a sense of focus. There's a sense of determination. There's a sense of the job needs to be gotten done. And that's it. So we're not going to have, Aries is the general, right? In mythology, Aries is the god of war. So he's the major general of it all. So there's not that sympathetic shoulder. It's not that compassionate ear. So we have to be mindful about this, that subconsciously we want ourselves to keep on moving. We want ourselves to keep on progressing, and we want to see it happen quickly. And yet, again, during this time, it's just going to take patience. So be kinder to yourself than you are. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is relationships, the sacral chakra. We need to look at the relationships that we're having with ourselves, with others. What do we want to build? What are we longing for? It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. I just heard burnout when it comes to work. Now, it can be that we work so hard that we burn out, but it can be that all of a sudden work doesn't become fun anymore. And so we kind of tune out. And it's like, okay, I'll still get it done, but it doesn't have the same spark, the same energy. Just be aware of that. Just be aware. It's going to be quality over quantity right now. And that's going to be okay. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of ourselves, and of this moon. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus, and may you have a blessed moon.